The Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 5 and 6, with the best bloodlines in quarter horse racing. The list of yearlings includes a full sister to champion trained Station D, a full brother and two full sisters to 2024 Grade 1 winner London Toby, a pair of full siblings to Cyber Attack and Bomb Cyclone, a pair of full sisters to Sicario V, plus a half sister to 2024 Grade 1 Futurity winner Up to Party by the Great Sire Favorite Cartel. Find your next star at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 5 and 6. The Los Alamitos Racecourse Halloween Carnival returns with more fun than ever before. It's a fun night for the entire family on Saturday, October 19th. We'll have games for kids of all ages, pony rides, and of course, the main event of the night, the popular costume contest for cash prizes. What a fun night it'll be! Plus, live horse racing. Admission is only $3 for adults and free for children 17 and under. It'll be a howling good time. For more, 714-820-2800 or visit losalamitos.com.
And we're back here for the Los Alamitos preview show. We took a quick break last week as we were very busy with the doubleheaders, Michael, but happy to be back here with the preview show. And again, welcome to track announcer Michael Wrona, ready to talk nighttime racing here at Los Alamitos. How are you, Michael?
I'm terrific. Thanks, Orlando. How are you?
I'm doing very well. And of course, we opened up the show with a couple of promotions here coming up. The Los Alamitos Equine Sale is going to be returning here at Los Alamitos for its 20th renewal of the Los Alamitos Equine Sale. That's going to happen October 5th and 6th. I have a video towards the end of the show that will play kind of previewing the sale, especially all of Dr. Ed Allred's outstanding consignments. And the Los Alamitos Halloween Carnival is going to be back here at Los Al October 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. I know you got your Halloween costume already bought and tried out, Michael. It's always a fun day here at Los Alamitos, fun night at Los Alamitos, seeing all the kiddos having a good time.
Yes, one of the most popular occasions of the whole year, for sure, at the track.
And, of course, we're going to be talking horse racing here at Los Al. That's what we're all about here at Los Alamitos. So let's get right into it, Michael. You have a play for us here for Saturday night. Tell us a little bit about it.
I'm looking at the last race of the night, which is quite competitive based on the morning line. It's pretty open, lots of horses with a chance. And it's a 2-year-old filly maiden at 300 yards. I think you're going to see a couple of action-packed replays in this preview show because George Duarte has picked a horse in the same race, and both George's pick and my pick were in races last time out where there was a DQ. Quite a bit of interference, so you can wait for George's pick later in March and April. Gate number 4 for It's On You, who had the rail on debut when finishing 4th. It was an even, okay sort of an effort, but then got caught up in an interference-laden Kindergarten Futurity trial in April, which is the replay we have for you. As a matter of fact, It's On You had the misfortune of being drawn directly inside a horse called Coley, who broke inwards very sharply, caused interference to multiple horses, and really the horse had no luck in the second half of the race either. So there's plenty to unwrap here from this April race, a Kindergarten Futurity trial.
Well, Michael, you pretty much set it up here. We're talking about race number 9, a 300-yard dash for maidens, and the number 4 horse, It's On You. And we see right there all the symbols there. This horse was pretty much paid to everything. A filly by Amir Felix out of SS Calendar Girl. And so we'll go ahead and take a look at that replay from the 21st of April. I'll bring it up right now. And there it is. This is the third race on April 21st. So let's talk a little bit about It's On You here, breaking from post number 3, right, Michael?
Yes, and Coley was the culprit for interference at the start in gate 4. The 4-horse breaks inwards. The 3-horse gets hit really hard. It was a very heavy bump, and then there was a secondary bump soon afterwards. Really nasty interference there, particularly to the 3 and the 2. And then deeper into the race, the 5 and the 6 are wandering around and come together and take the path of the 3, who really went to the line under a hold. I mean, And look there in the green colours, one off the rail on the gallop out, getting involved around the turn, right up there. So I think this horse has a lot more to offer than what you see on paper. You can see the trouble at the start, one heavy bump and then another bump. Now, that 5-horse Orlando, that's Bottle It Up for Monterosa, who's gone on to be one of the star 2-year-olds of the season. But he sort of drifts in as well. And you can see a big gap at the moment between the 5 and the 6, but then the 5 comes out again. The 5 and 6 come together. There's no path for the 3 in behind them. So just as potentially the 3-horse was starting to get into some kind of late stride and rhythm, that was taken away from her as well. And she just went to the line completely untested. But on the gallop out, one off the rail in the green silks, you can see how eager she is and how she had caught up with them all. So she hasn't been out since April. She doesn't show a gate work. She's had one turn and work. And I think she might be sitting on a good performance.
Yeah, I'm actually playing the head on here, Michael. This effort here reminds me a lot of a few weeks ago, Chris Wade showed us a replay of a horse named Poshley. That everything went wrong with Poshley. So many things happened, and the horse still showed that late run, similar to what you're talking about right here. And what happened? Poshley went on and won when we actually in the next race out. So it gave Chris Wade a winner. Here's the drone shot, and you can see so much interference there. Coley, her own worst enemy in this race as well, because very talented runner ended up getting disqualified completely from this race, and we haven't seen her perform at this caliber again. So it's kind of gone backwards there, but it's on you. Really nice effort there. Amir Felix, a potentially interesting sire. We're going to see a lot of his babies at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale. Has already sired a futurity winner for E.G. High Desert Farms. Favorite, I can't remember the name, but Favorite Just Hawk.
Yes.
By Amir Felix ended up winning a big race here at Los Alamitos Racecourse, the Governor's Cup Futurity. And of course, Michael mentioned Bottle It Up, who qualified to the PCQHRA Breeders' Futurity as well, part of that race. So looking forward to seeing It's On You back in action here at Los Alamitos. Has not raced since that April 21st event, Michael. And like you mentioned, Michael, George Duarte is going to go head-to-head with you in race number 9. His horse to watch also comes out of this race, Michael.
Yes, and there's several horses that were involved in all sorts of interference in that replay that you'll see in an upcoming segment. So I think this is an interesting race. I think it's a good betting race. The range of horses on the morning line from 5 to 2 for the rail runner, 3 to 1, 9 to 2, 4 to 1. There's a 5 to 1, a 6 to 1. So there's plenty of horses to consider. The horse at 6 to 1, I should make a brief mention of, Kissing Me Goodbye from gate number 2, because I have made notes in my watch list the last 2 starts for this horse. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Chris might have picked this horse on the preview show last time out. And she's on my radar as well. She's had no luck at all. And she's another horse. Comes out of a different form line, neither of the races that George and I are showing you on the preview show, but I'm giving her a look as well if things go right for her for a change. So it's wide open, very competitive way to finish the 9-race card on Saturday night. But I'm on It's On You.
Perfect, Michael. We'll see if the winning selection ends up on being on you here after making this pick. We'll go ahead and hear George Duarte's thoughts, and as well as Chris Wade on the Saturday night cards. Thank you so much for making time to join us here, Michael. Hope you have a great rest of your day today.
Thanks, Orlando. Looking forward to the weekend.
Thank you.
The Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 5 and 6, with the best bloodlines in quarter horse racing. The list of yearlings includes a full sister to Champion Train Station D, a full brother and 2 full sisters to 2024 Grade 1 winner London Toby, A pair of full siblings to Cyber Attack and Bomb Cyclone. A pair of full sisters to Sicario V. Plus a half-sister to 2024 Grade 1 Futurity winner Up to Party by the great sire Favorite Cartel. Find your next star at the Los Alamitos Equine Sale, October 5 and 6.
We're back here with the Los Alamitos preview show now, joined by Christopher Wade as well as George Duarte, getting ready for a busy October of action. Of course, this weekend, the final weekend in September, a big Saturday at Santa Anita. They're going to have their inaugural California Crown. So many big races there this weekend. You can join all the festivities here during the Saturday afternoon simulcast at Los Alamitos. The Vestos Club Burgers will all be open. Now let's welcome back our handicappers. Chris, how are you, Chris?
I'm doing great, boss. How you guys doing tonight?
Excellent. George?
I'm doing good. It was a good weekend last weekend. It was a long weekend, but it was good, and I'm ready for this upcoming weekend.
Yeah, you brought some pizza to the press box. That was highly appreciated by everyone. Chris, you and I spent the Saturday morning and afternoon signing players up to the handicapping contest. That was a lot of fun. Some prizes there. By the end, only like 7 players still had some positive bankroll. Everybody was taking shots, trying to catch the top handicappers. Overall, everybody had a good time. It's always fun to have the handicapping contest here at Los Al.
Yeah, it was a great day of racing. It was a long day from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock, but had a great day during the day, having a handicapping contest and a good night of quarter horse racing that night and simulcast wagering for that matter.
Well, we talked to Michael Wrona about his selection that happened in race number 9 and the number 4 horse. It's On You. But George, you have a different view, a different opinion on what horse we should be taking a look at in race number 9. So how about you give us a little description on who the horse is and what's actually drawing you to this horse for this race?
So he's actually a winner, or she's a winner that was disqualified last time. So when I look at a horse, I like to look at from the beginning, at the beginning all the way to today. And at Los Al, you have to know the rules of the racing. And, after the Ed Burke Futurity, you have to have a start in order to run in a trial. So if you see this horse, she worked on this the 7-4-6 Dusty Red. She worked on June 5th and worked a good 12-4. That's a good, first workout. Then comes back in 10 days to do another work, and it was a 12-8. And then 7 days later runs in a maiden race because she has to run in a race in order to be able to eligible on the trials 2 weeks later. So it was always a horse I wanted to keep my eye on when she got a break, because I felt that was really, really rushed, training, because, you don't have another chance. You can't wait for next year to run a futurity trial. You have to, when the date comes up, whether you're ready or not, you got to hurry up and be ready. So that's why I think the connections did that time. So then she got her break. She got a month, 6 weeks, 7 weeks off. Comes back from the 9 hole, and she broke really well. I'm sure you should probably show the replay. Broke really well, lugged in, and then lugged in late. And while the rider was trying to keep her straight, and then she crossed the wire first, but was disqualified. And I think she draws the outside post again. Has every right to improve off that effort. And with any improvement, she's in the low 1560s, I feel, maybe even 1550s. And I don't think anybody in this field has shown the ability to run that.
Okay, well, here's the replay of this race. This is August 31st, race number 6. You mentioned that She's going to be breaking from post number 9, right there, the teal on the far outside. This is going to be 4-6 Dusty Red. You already gave us quite a bit of information on this trip, but I'll go ahead and hit play, and you can kind of highlight the performance as well, George.
Yeah, she gets away well, shows good acceleration to get the lead right here, and then starts lugging in. And the rider, does the right thing, asks left-handed, try to keep her straight, and she doesn't. She has her own decisions. She wanted to lug in, and then lugged into the wire, and right there she bollers the 4, and that's what cost her the win. But I mean, other than that, I mean, she galloped out fine. She wasn't weakening, so I don't think it was like a lucky win. I think she was the best horse that day, and she should take another step forward. She's an April foal, so even more reason to improve. And to me, there's a lot to like, and she's not the favorite. The favorite is the horse that was the reason for the disqualification, and that's the horse on the rail, Just Fly Through the Fire.
Yeah, that's the connections of Francisco Diaz and Lindolfo Diaz. They are also part of this race. And this, I don't think this horse had done anything similar to this before, right, George? This is really the first time that she had lugged in this badly.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's always the danger, either lug in or lug out when they have that far outside post, especially for the first time. And she was so lightly raced. So this time I like the post. It's the outside post again, but it's not the far out. It's not the 9 or 10. It's the 7. So she draws better, in my opinion, even though it's still the outside. And as the second choice, if I can get 3-1, I'm very happy with.
Yeah, here's a quick look of the head-on here on the outside horse. You can see the rider goes left-handed there, trying to keep her on a good path, but the runner has a mind of her own.
Yeah.
And there's the DQ right there, the action that led to the disqualification there, forcing Jesus Rios Ayala to kind of take up on Just Through the Fly. Okay, well, it's going to be go ahead.
Yeah, I like Michael's pick as well. That's my second choice. I like the debut effort, and then last time is was a throwout race. Gets that time off. Doesn't need the trainer felt that doesn't need a gate work, so I think that's a good sign. The mare was really quick. I mean, she ran here and ran 15:29 in a stakes race, going 300 yards. So I think that she has plenty of upside. I mean, the 2-horse Kiss Me Goodbye, that was Chris's pick in the trials on July 20th. Just needs some racing luck. But I just think, from the outside, and it's the quickest, I just think she's going to get the jump on them, and it's going to be stronger late.
Well, it's going to be a great race to wrap up all the big bets here at Los Alamitos, the late pick 4, the pick 6, the place pick all. Looking forward to it. I hope that we give out an exacta here between you and Michael, and you guys can battle it out to see who finishes first and who finishes second. Chris, what's your selection for Saturday night?
My selection for the previous show is going to be the 1-horse in tonight's 8th event. That's Capital Cartel. This horse has had some trouble the last 2 times from the inside post. Hopefully the horse can has learned from those 2 efforts and draws that rail once again. And this horse didn't get away all that well last time. It's bumped back. It was finishing better than looked in kind of close quarters. So with everything factored in, the treble track variant, the horse's number is pretty good for the level. So I'm going to give that horse the slight edge there in that 8th event, and hopefully could break better and show the winner's ability to the wire.
Yeah, I'm just kind of going through all the races here. We'll get to your selection right now. Just kind of giving the fans a little bit of a quick look at the horses that are in action on Saturday. Race number 8, Capital Cartel. Kelly Castañeda, he took a little bit of a break here from training at Los Alamitos. He's back and has done pretty well. Seems to be finding the winner's circle quite a bit. 25% with quarter horses here. Sylvia Soto is the owner of Capital Cartel. So, okay, Chris, there is this August 24th race number 5, 300 yards, Capital Cartel, wearing saddle towel number 2, but there was a scratch here in this race, so we'll see Capital Cartel racing from the rail here. here. So I'll go ahead and hit play, Chris, and you can kind of walk us through this this performance.
The horse standing relatively well inside the gate, moving around just a tad there. Did lean back away from the gate and was brushed inward away from the barrier. Kind of slow in his stride, but put forth a nice run midway under a hand shove. Baby Love tap there midway, but with finishing better than looked the final half of the affair. And with everything factored in, the trouble track fair, and the horse's number was better than looked. The horse to the outside were best in that race, and they were long gone on the front end. They were the two favorites, and deservedly so. But this horse leaned back at the start, a little head cocked sideways, lugged in away from that barrier there, and not the quickest away from the gate, but before the nice run midway, was finishing relatively well and galloped out pretty well. So with everything factored in, the additional yardage tonight, I think the horse has got to look at the outcome. Third consecutive time from the rail. Hopefully this runner can X the barrier in one piece and be a big factor in the final half of the affair, because the horse is better than shown, has been troubled in every lifetime start, and has ability, just needs to get out of the gate in decent fashion to be a factor here on the stretch out tonight.
So my question was, have you seen the potential there for this runner to kind of, once it's got a little bit of experience running from the rail, if you thought that would be really helpful?
Well, yeah, I'd like her better to the outside, but obviously she's had experience from the inside post, and she hasn't gotten out of the gate. The two races back, she veered in away from the barrier, and not as bad last time, so she did improve a little bit in her last effort from the inside post. So hopefully she's going to make a step forward once again and be a big factor on the stretch out, because with everything factored in, she's got to look at the outcome. Of course, you got the shipper coming back to Los Alamitos from Albuquerque, and of course, Blowing Bubbles is coming off a troubled 110-yard affair. That race very well could have sharpened up her speed, and she's got to look at the outcome as well. But I'm going to give the slightest of edges to Capital Cartel. Third consecutive time from the inside post. Hopefully, she's learned her lesson and can show that late run.
I want to show the workout from Tough Brother. It was a solo drill. Tough Brother is also racing in the 8th. He's going to be the number 2 horse in this one, going 12.2 in this gate work. And a couple of things that catch my eye on Tough Brother. We know the breeding, Favorite Cartel out of Nymph. That makes him a sibling to so many futurity winners here at Los Alamitos. Frivolous and also Monopolist. Sicario V went on to win the Rainbow Derby as a 3-year-old. But Tough Brother has not shown that same precocity so far, but we're going to see this workout here. And to me, this was a really nice drill. It's the second fastest of 17 works here on this morning. He was really acting up here while waiting for the gate to open. He was moving around, broke out just a little bit here. You see the jockey. The jockey's not really pushing this horse at all, just kind of sitting on Tough Brother, gives him a little shove there. And the horse finishes nicely, 12.2 the time. I really like the way the horse galloped out. I'm actually going to give Tough Brother a chance here in race number 8. You guys both pay attention closely to all the morning works here at Los Al. What did you think of this drill? Chris?
I like that drill. That was very nice. I gave it like an A-. A solid workout. You can't complain about that. Broke well. Was never really asked. Starting out strongly and galloped out well. So quality of prep.
George?
For me, I was pretty indifferent because earlier this year he worked on March 27th. He worked a similar time, and his issues are at night, and in the morning he looks perfect and runs like all his siblings. Like you said, Frivolous, Sicario. He runs like them in the night, in the mornings, but the nighttime he always is finding trouble. It takes a little bit to get going. It's just not translated yet. Maybe the added distance will help it. And this race is pretty soft. Like I expect them to go off at 7-5, 6-5. He is on paper and on that workout looks to be the most talented horse in this field. And it's just whether he can put it all together. Maybe Flores can find the trick to get him. Monty couldn't do it. Maybe Flores can. And he is the best. It is the most talented in the field. It's just, so that's why the work for me is, not a negative, not a positive to me, because I already seen him work good a few times. Yeah. So, it's just whether he can put it together at night.
That's true. This horse did had a B+ workout and came back to broke slow. Then he had a B++ workout prior to his last race over the Los Al Oval and broke slow again. So George is right on there. The horse has shown tons of talent, much like his siblings in the morning, but hasn't translated to the racing in the evening. Maybe this time, but at a short price, we'll probably go a different way.
The dreaded Morning Glory. That's what you guys just said, right? The dreaded Morning Glory. Well, the key is what you guys mentioned. The horse is very talented, comes from those tremendous bloodlines, and sooner or later, he's got to wake up. I think this field gives him the possibility to kind of wake up and deliver a good performance.
Yeah,
so,
this is the weakest field he's faced, and
I don't want to say
so.
Yeah. That's and that's kind of where I was going. I think the talent there can help him a lot going in here. There is one race, just really quickly, that I'd like to kind of talk about, only because, man, we have 3 Grade 1 finalists that are part of this race, and this is going to be our feature for Saturday night, race number 5, an allowance event at 350 yards. So I like that distance. Give them a chance to stretch out their legs here. The first $12,600, and really quickly, I'll just run down the field. The number 1 horse, HRH Royal Cartel, a Grade 1 finalist, running the Edberg Million Futurity. Number 2, Opt-In, a 5-1 here for trainer Heath Taylor, and we've seen this jockey Edwin Escobedo riding more and more here at Los Alamitos. One of the best performances from this horse was the 2nd place finish in the trials to the All American Derby. Look who won that race, that trial. Dashing Tress, who went on to win the All American Derby. So Opt-In, a horse to watch, in my opinion. Number 3, Devastating, 2-1. And as a 2-year-old, ran the All American Futurity, won by Cowboy Gun Z. Ran 6 in a trial there. Not quite. That must have been a trial to the All American Derby. So Opt-In's trial, the one that he ran 2nd to was the trial to the Rainbow Derby. Number 4, Try Harder, ran 3rd in the gents list. The 5, Hot Prodigy, completes the field, has qualified to a couple of Grade 1 futurities here at Los Alamitos, ran 6th in the Sgt. Pepper feature. Is Hot Prodigy going to have a comeback race here, George?
That's who I ended up picking on top. It was mainly because of the outside post, and Rodrigo Vallejo comes in to ride, so they're mean business. And at the first start over here, he broke to the gate, so you could toss that race. And then last time, scrambled out of the start, so then lost his path. So he's had 2 trouble trips, gets the outside post. Should have no issue going 350 yards. And that's why it's a slight lean. This is a race where I feel you can go all if you wanted to, because it's one of these races where it's like, where are they at in their careers, basically, who's ascending, who's declining. And it's one of those where, like, some are ascending. Try Harder has gotten better and better in each start. He's more on the come up. Opt-In, is he on the decline? It's one of those. And same with HRH Royal Cartel. Is this horse finally going to put it all together, or is he just going to not continue to underperform? It's one of these races that's tough. It's a 5-horse, only a 5-horse field, but any of the 5 can win. But I just gave Hot Prodigy the edge from the outside post.
And this race is also a warm up there for a lot of these horses for the Los Alamitos Super Derby trials. You can see there the star signifies that they're eligible to the trials right there. The icon there, HRH Royal Cartel is eligible. Try Harder is also eligible, and Hot Prodigy. So these horses are warming up for a chance at the Los Alamitos Super Derby, which makes it interesting for me. Opt-In and Devastating, they are not eligible for the, as far as I can see here on this PPs, for the trials to the Los Alamitos Super Derby. So I'm just wondering if maybe they're eligible for the Southern California, or if not, if they're just going to, start prepping for a chance to run in the Los Alamitos Winter Championship next year. So definitely a group to watch here in race number 5 here at Los Al.
Yeah, it's a stellar group. Like George said, top to bottom, anybody could win. I'm going to give the slightest of edges to a horse who owes me and everybody a lot of money. That's Try Harder, a horse with a ton of talent. has been right there, was probably best in his last way with some trouble along the way, and was second in that maiden event way back down there versus a horse, Unseemly, was our top choice that night. But Unseemly's running in a race at Lone Star Park, I think race number 8 on Saturday that has a look at the outcome. So if Try Harder runs well, Unseemly will probably run pretty well in that race, shipping to Lone Star Park. But he's a decent price, like at the 7-2. But the slightest of edges to a horse who is getting better. Try Harder. Overall, obviously, Hot Prodigy on the outside, and of course opt in. So it's a talented group. Could go a number of ways, as George noted there in that 5th event.
And both of these horses that are returning here to Los Alamitos via Albuquerque opt-in already ran here at Los Al, finished 7th in an allowance event, devastating. Ran here at the beginning of his 2-year-old career, ran 2nd in a trial to the Edberg Million Futurity. And the rest of the time he spent in New Mexico. So looking forward to seeing Devastating back at Los Al, the breeding line favorite cartel out of Quirky. They paid $95,000 at the Ruidoso sale for Devastating. So that's the feature event on Saturday. That's race number 5. 2 of our feature handicappers every single week, Chris Wade and George Duarte. Thank you so much for joining us here for the Los Alamitos preview show. I'm going to close out the show by showing a little video with featuring the top names from the Ed Allred consignment for the Los Alamitos Equine Sale. That's going to happen October 5th and 6th. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend.
You too, boss. See you on Saturday.
Ed Allred, quarter horse racing's all-time leading breeder, is dedicated to the breeding of world-class quarter horses, like 2024 Grade 1 Edberg Million Futurity winner Up to Party, and 2024 Grade 1 Brad McKenzie Los Alamitos Winter Championship winner London Toby. Allred's Rolling A Ranch will be represented once again by a great consignment of yearlings at the 20th Annual Los Alamitos Equine Sale. Here are some of the top yearlings that are part of this tremendous consignment. Hip 20 is Hot Times, a filly by Favorite Cartel and out of Grade 1 winner, The Party's on Fire. She's a half-sister to 2024 Grade 1 Edberg Million Futurity winner Up to Party, who also won the Grade 2 PCQ HRA Breeders Futurity on September 15th. The Party's on Fire is also the dam of 2024 Graded Stakes Place runner Party Time Tom. Hip 29, Go For Anything. Hip 30, More of It. And Hip 31, Hurry Up, are full siblings, all sired by Favorite Cartel and out of outstanding broodmare and multiple stakes winner Up For It. Go For Anything is a filly, while More of It and Hurry Up are both colts. The great Up For It has produced restricted Grade 1 Governor's Cup Futurity winner She Goes Up and restricted Grade 1 Spencer Childers Handicap Championship winner Up and Adam. Up For It is also the dam of stakes winners Set For It and Ready For It. Hip 82 is Handsome, a Favorite Cartel colt from the family of multiple Grade 1 winner Circle City and Grade 2 Southern California Derby winner Nomadic. Hip 106 is Up to Forgive, a kitty-up filly out of Grade 1 winner and standout broodmare Forgive Him. He's a half-brother to Grade 1 Derby winner Forget It, who won a total of 3 derbies and nearly $600,000 in his racing career. Hip 142 is Singing Along, a kitty-up filly out of the stakes-placed young broodmare La Sierran. La Sierran showed a lot of quickness in her racing career, and her family traces back to the decorated and prolific mare Chickasets. Hip 147, Toby 2, Hip 148, Went to London, and Hip 149, Toby Sis, are full siblings, all sired by Favorite Cartel, and out of London Law, all 3 are full siblings to 2-time Grade 1 winner and 2024 Champion of Champions qualifier, London Toby. Hip 147, Toby 2, is a colt, while Hips 148 Went to London and Hip 149, Toby Sis, are both fillies. Family includes Grade 1 winners Hula Pie and Oatman and traces back to Making Waves, the dam of Los Alamitos Million Futurity winner Kingman Kid. Hip 152, Hot Looking, is a fly-through-the-fire colt from the family of 2019 AQHA World Champion He Looks Hot and Grade 1 winner Once Over. His family also features multiple Grade 1 finalists, Watch Out, and multiple stakes winner, Take a Look. Hip 157, Go North, and Hip 158, Next Norcall, are full brothers and are both sired by Favorite Cartel. and out of the stakes winner, Moonlight Corona. They are both full brothers to graded stakes winner Circle City and Nomadic, as well as 2024 standout Juvenile Norco, who showed tremendous precocity on the way to qualifying to the Grade 1 Edberg Million Futurity. Hip 167, Nymphish, and Hip 168, Cannot Miss, are full sisters by Favorite Cartel and out of Red Hot Young Broodmare Nymph. Nymphish and Cannot Miss are full sisters to Rainbow Derby winner Sicario V, Grade 2 PCQ HRA British Futurity winner Monopolist, and restricted Grade 1 Governor's Cup Futurity winner Frivolous. This is also the family of multiple stakes winner and multiple Grade 1 runner-up Nymphette, who is known widely as one of the most powerful closers in current distaff division. Hip 173 is Odd Guy, a colt by Fly Through Fire out of the young broodmare Quirkness. His second dam is Don't Pass Ball, the mother of AQHA champion aged mare Quirky. This is also the family of 2024 Governor's Cup Derby winner Masked Mandate. Others in this family include Grade 1 winners Tequila Sangria and Why Not Walk. Hip 166 is She Is Real, a filly by Kitty Up out of restricted Grade 3 Kansas Derby winner Realistically. She Is Real is a half-sister to Miss Princess Handicap winner Vivid, Autumn Handicap winner Just Be Real, and Canada Cup Futurity winner True Copy. Hip 196 is Confuse, a filly by Kitty Up out of the stakes winner Bemused. Confuse is a half-sister to Beneficial, a third-place finisher in the Grade 1 Ruidoso Derby, and also half-sister to All-Canadian Derby winner Professor G, a track record holder in Canada. Hip 197 is Up and Good, a colt by Kitty Up out of Better Be Good. He is a full brother to stakes winner Up to Good, who also placed in Matron Stakes at Los Alamitos. This is the family of stakes winners Well and Good and Well Good. The Los Alamitos Equine Sale is full of standouts and will be held on October 5 and 6. The racing program on Saturday, October 5 will feature the trials to the Grade 1 Golden State Million Futurity, while the program on Sunday, October 6 will include the trials to the Wild West Futurity. To view the full catalog online, visit LosAlamitosequinesale.com.